go. Good evening. Happy Monday. Monday evening, Monday night Pioneer Family Show. Reminder, everyone who's tuned in to like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe on the YouTube or on the Facebook, or do both if you like what we're doing. This show is about pigeons, pigeon racing, pigeons in general, pigeons, and more pigeons. We love talking about pigeons and whatever else you want to throw onto the table. You guys know me. I'm Ryan. That's Loft Manager Richard.
Thank you very much for introducing me.
I like the sweater you got on tonight. You're really dolled up. The hair's done. You got the Stevie Rays on, but it's the sweater. Could you have picked an older one tonight? No, there's no older ones.
Faded?
It's faded. It looks pretty.
That's the way I got it. This is
pretty rickety.
Very expensive.
Oh, it's beautiful.
When they're faded, they're more money.
Money.
You ever seen the girls wearing those jeans with the
the ripped jeans?
All ripped and all
yeah,
that?
I know. I get you all fired up.
You don't see the boys wearing that though.
Yeah, you do. You just haven't noticed.
Oh, do you?
People that have tuned in.
I don't look at boys though. That's the problem.
Well, hey, I don't really look at boys either, but you just asked me if I had seen it before. I have.
Yeah.
Remember, Ricky, stay in your lane.
Faded, my friend.
You are faded.
They're more money for faded.
Get
a lot of money on this.
Hey guys, USA Loft, you are with us. Mike Sheridan, our Pigeon Bingo, Super Bingo champion. Mike Sheridan. Mike, you were the big winner at Super Bingo. Congratulations again. For people wondering, what the hell was Super Bingo? We did a square of 25 squares, Super Bingo. You buy a square for $25 in Super Bingo. It's a little more expensive, the square. But if the bird shits on your name for the grand prize, you get the grand prize. And, hey, look what Mike won. He won the...
Ellen Sutton.
Look at her. She looks good.
What a great bird. You can see that right there. Oh,
yeah, really
class, buoyancy. Got a little bit of white flight there, a little tick in the eye. Gorgeous hen.
Yeah, gorgeous hen.
Not oversized.
No.
Perfect.
No.
I'd say a little bit on the small side. A little bit.
She's small.
Would you say?
Yeah,
she's small.
Small.
Nice, buoyant.
Michael Peebler says hello. Mike Green says hello. Remember, guys, this show works best when you guys participate. Participation is key. A few things we're going to talk about tonight. We're talking a little bit about respiratory there in the eyes. Some results. Annex Gochan had some great results. Kurt Plateau, great results. That's coming up. And we're going to try some beer. We're going to try some beer this evening, Ricky. We're going to see which...
Shimmy?
No. I'm using the glasses because I figured we need to have nice glasses for this. Hey, Mike Green, how are you?
Glasses with ice in it, though.
Well, we want to get the glass cold, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all about cold. Nelson Pigeonloft says, hey, how's it going? Brian J. Matter says, greetings from the great cheese of Wisconsin. Yes, pigeons and cheese in Wisconsin. We were going to get the clock running today. The pads are up. The computer's in place. I had to get in contact with Terry Gilmore so he can upload the basket list. I could do an inventory, but it's just going to show. There's the stupid dog for when we got to do this.
She's a smart dog.
This is the dumbest dog I've ever met. This dog has a screech like a howl. It sounds like one of those little whiny kids. And we don't even want to see her.
There she is.
Look at her.
She's a beauty.
Siberian Chihuahua. Take her upstairs. She cries when she gets into bed. We got 575 birds. We're waiting on Ian Sybil's 40. Henry Ratter's got a dozen. Come on, guys. Get your birds in. Those who wait longer, you guys are going to be behind the 8 ball. So come on. Get going. Pioneer Gang. Oh, from Eudora. Mike Green just driving. All right, Mike. You are driving. Please drive safe. There's my man from Cuba. What's going on, brother? How are you? What did I want to start with this evening? You know what? First things first. I want to let everyone know, Pigeon Bingo, we sold out squares 5 and 6. So tomorrow we're going to do a little bit of pigeon bingo. That'll be tomorrow evening. Sam is with us. Once we get tomorrow's 2 games, square game 5 and 6 done, we are then going to open up game 7. If you haven't gotten to be a part of pigeon bingo, get involved. You guys will enjoy it. Trust me. It's the only time to get shit on where you'll actually enjoy it. Where do you go to buy those? Hey, I'll get to that here in a second. Ricky, when you go to our website, featherselitepigeonauctions.com, this is how you play pigeon bingo. Really simple. Follow the rules there on the screen. Go to www.fipa.ca. Go to the pigeon window link, click on it, pick the numbers that you want, click on them, add them to your cart. Make sure you're added to your cart and then hit checkout. You got to hit checkout. When you hit checkout, then you're going to get the email so you can pay. PayPal, friends and family only, friends and family only. Ricky, I want you to take a second and go into the refrigerational system, Ricky. Into the refrigerational system, and we're going to pull out our first victim. I always want to
say something. I mean, some people come late to the dance.
All right.
And always, normally, the last dance is the best dance. The last dance will last forever. You understand me? I fell in love with you.
Please don't.
And the last dance will last forever. So come on, guys, bring them up here.
What are we bringing up?
Don't sleep. Get your ass off the floor and let's dance. Bring your birds up. You want to participate? The best one-loft race in the world.
All right. Now, we got the pigeon bingo scores up. You can see on the screen. America is shitting all over the competition, crushing Canada by at least, I would say, 8 scores in pigeon bingo. But we never know. The tide can change.
If Canada starts eating prunes
yes,
and drinking prune juice, it's going to come a lot better, guys. And take a little bar of soap, wedge it with a knife, and shove it up your rear end. Now watch what happens. It's going to really work.
Guys, this is why we call him Ricky 7, because this is what he is. He is Ricky 7.
No, it's the truth.
I know,
you don't
Ricky.
Believe it? Try it.
I know. Hey, Ricky, this is what I need you to do. Go into the refrigerational system.
And the Americans, what they should do is eat rice.
Tighten it up.
It'll tighten up that problem they have with shitting.
Well, maybe America does have more fast food restaurants. Joseph. I'll show you how to do it. Jay-Z is going to show you all how to shit. Maybe we'll have to get Jay-Z on here to crap on the board.
If you can remember that song, could you identify that song, those lyrics.
Can I ask you a question? Can you listen?
Right.
Listen to listen to what I'm saying. Go into the refrigerational system, please, Ricky. Now, do we want to share one or do we want to each have our own?
No, we'll share it. They're double.
These are double. Okay. So sit on down, Ricky 7. Our girl, Heather Green from Idaho, is with us. Hey, Heather. Tonight, we're going to have the battle of the stout beers. And our first beer up, before we get really into the show, because we got lots of stuff to talk about tonight.
I don't know if this is the same stout, but
I'm going to show it.
Dad used to say, when you get elderly in Belgium, you're in a home or something, everyone drinks one of these stouts. They don't have to eat.
And
they drink this. This here is the best. It's got everything in it for you. You can live an extra 2 weeks drinking stout.
Snout? Never.
Are you making fun of my
never say snout.
Never say goodbye.
Snout. So this is the Bench Snout Mountain View. This is Bench Brewing Company Mountain View Stout. Now, Ricky, we're going to try this beer. She opened pretty good. Let's get rid of our ice, because we don't need that no more. Ice in here, Ricky 7. Ice in here, boy. We're going to see how the snout pours. Oh, boy.
Oh, exactly.
All right.
Oh,
we got a nice head on it.
That is. Beautiful head.
Here we go. This was actually a good call, Ricky. I will just.
Now, if you're over 90 years old, I recommend you have one of these every day.
Okay, now
One a day.
this
And
is
I'm telling you,
this is a hell of a.
you're going to have to shave your mustache off after this one.
And this is it. This is who made it. It's called Bench Mountain View Stout.
Where's it made?
This is made in the brewing company, Beamsville, Ontario. This is made in Beamsville. Let's smell it.
Oh, smells nice.
It's got a good smell. This has got a good earthy. This smells like I want to drink it. Are we ready?
Don't chase it. Just drink it.
Wow.
Not bad. Not bad. You know what it needs?
What does it need?
One shot of whiskey in there. That'll just make it perfect.
Now, when you try this beer, does it have almost a coffee-like taste at the end?
Yeah, it has like a little bit of a coffee taste.
I don't know if I can do a whole can of this.
No, only one can. That's all you need. That's
Wow.
what-
We split this, which was smart.
Now the next one, we'll put a shot of whiskey in it and see how much
Do you see how
better it is.
how that's all you want to do is the shot of whiskey?
No, I'm just saying it
I know.
makes the beer
I
a
know.
little bit better.
Ricky, I know. Hey, what's going on? Henrietta, dark beer, yes. Will says, hello, people. Hey. That beer is for girls, says USA Lofts.
Holy jumping! There must be some good girls down there.
And I wonder what they drink in USA. We're going to try American beers as well, but this is quite the pungent little beer. Okay, moving on. I wanted to bring up a few small little things. We got to show some birds tonight, etc. Oh, and for you guys wondering, this is the beer here, just so you can see it. If you are in Canada, try one can. You can buy it in singles.
We will offer
$2.80.
you beer. There'll be one beer you're going to get because you won't want any more.
Yeah, you're not going to overfight for this.
You don't have to have any supper, no breakfast, no nothing with this.
Okay, so I wanted to talk. We were talking about respiratory problems. Funny, this is a very odd year for certain respiratory. And on our property, what's the width of this property?
It's 160 feet.
160 feet. Okay, so it's 160 feet. In 160 feet, we've got 525 plus another 200 upstairs. That's 700, 750, 800. We got about 850 birds in 160, like in this area, in the backyard.
Right. Half an acre.
In a half an acre. And I'm blown away how respiratory can be in one loft. It skips 300 birds and moves to another loft and then skips the next loft completely.
Doesn't hit the next one. Yeah.
And Will says that beer looks like coffee. It is. I don't know if it's real good. It's definitely thick.
I'm saying it's very good for you.
I don't-
One beer like this a day.
I don't know if I'm gonna. Would you buy it again?
Well, once I hit 90, I'm going to have one like this every day.
Okay, but I don't know. I don't like the aftertaste. It lingers a bit like cold coffee that's real burnt.
Yeah.
Isn't that the same beer that makes your lips turn to lipstick, makes you grow boobs? Well, USA Loft, he's on point today. And again, I can't stand that screen like that, so I'm going to try. And there we go.
No, you put me on the other side.
I put you on whatever side I want
On
to
the
put
other
you
side
on.
of the table.
Van Zuring tuned in. How's it going? So we're talking about this respiratory, and I'm going to show it to you here now. And this is the same pigeon. So I know now you're going to want to see it, but you're going to look through here, okay, Ricky? Here's the eye. This would be the left eye of the pigeon.
Right.
Nice. It's bright. It's clear. Okay, and we're going to look at the other side.
Yeah.
It's glassy. It's swollen. It's puffy. It's like when you have an allergy.
But believe it or not, I see that one side that you showed me.
Mm-hmm.
I can already see I can see the problem. I see it.
I think you're not seeing it. I think you're seeing the white from the. This is just off the cell phone. This eye here, it looks perfect. You would never know, but when you go over to this eye, the other eye, you see it instantly. And you had it in your own young birds.
Oh yeah, I had it. Excuse me. The eyes were runny, and some of them the eyes closed right up. And I read in the book
Right.
in there, and it said that eliminated itself.
Right.
And it also said that the birds after this will have a super what do you call it? Immunity to a lot.
All right.
Right? Excuse me. But it's painful to see the birds close their eyes, and it's like, you know, they're almost like, and it says they're almost blind, right?
Right.
And the birds, they still eat. They don't lose a bit of weight.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they get this bad running. And it's not yellow. It's not the one where they rub their heads on their shoulders. You get the yellow stuff on their shoulders, right?
Right.
Not that.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to treat them with something. I think it was the wrong stuff I used.
But you
you
use the moxicillin.
Right. You don't have to mention it.
Well, we're gonna
Moxicillin happens to be my best friend.
Okay.
So, anyways, but it did go away. It went away, but it's a little painful to watch.
It didn't go away as quickly as you thought.
No, I would like it to go away a little quicker, like anything else. We always like to see things go away.
Now,
you know.
Now you had it in your underneath there, the twisted scissors with your own birds.
Yeah, and then upstairs I have probably up in the twisted up there. I got another 150 birds, 200.
Nothing.
Absolutely zero, and it doesn't affect old birds at all.
Okay.
Period. Doesn't.
Right.
And it doesn't affect every young one.
Right.
Right.
Now
Right.
the blue loft, we call it the blue loft. That was the loft we first started intaking the birds. So
Yeah.
the first 300, 275, 300 birds, they went into the blue loft. They were right beside the twisted sister with the young birds with the eye infections.
Yeah.
We're going to call it eye infection, respiratory problem, whatever.
The bonus too is I was looking after that loft when you were out of town quite a bit there at one time, and walking from one loft to the other,
Mm-hmm.
and to say, well, you know, did Ricky change his shoes?
No.
Did he change his clothes?
No.
Did he have a shower?
No.
No. Did he brush his teeth?
Nope.
No. So walking back and forth, it didn't go into the blue at all.
Right. Well,
But now,
okay. So hold on. So can I continue, please?
no problem.
You're just taking over and running with the
Oh wait,
conversation.
do you remember the saying?
What?
I love you means never having to say you're sorry. Okay.
So can I get back to what I was talking about before you come up with your cockamamie bullshit here?
And remember that song, "The Last Dance Will Last Forever."
Yeah.
Who sang that song?
I don't know, but we're not getting into singing with you because you know what? I'm going to say one thing. There's one thing you can't do is cook and sing. You're horrible at cooking.
I remember.
You're
I
real
remember years ago. I used to work with a guy by the name of Wayne Volke. He passed away now, and the pair of us would get together. And God Almighty,
in there. Not one youngster's had this problem.
no,
Not one. Not one in this loft. Now we start to fill up the red loft.
it's filling up.
Now we start to fill up the red loft. We notice we start to band the birds and whack. You can start to see it coming out. Start to see it.
Yep.
I put the birds right away on a respiratory product with an amoxicillin. I put two products together, mixed it up, and I notice it's definitely calming down. You can see the irritations. There's no birds with closed eyes.
You don't see any blinking or closing eyes.
No, I don't see, again, like you said, no yellow on the shoulders.
They don't.
There's the odd one with a bit of a dirty waddle, but some of them come with dirty waddles. What can I say?
Right.
But you can see both these products together are working. I can see it. That doesn't mean it's going to take it away, but it's fighting. You can see it fighting them, or they're fighting.
See, it's working.
It's working. And it's funny because Sal came over from London or wherever he's from.
London, Ontario.
London, Ontario. He was looking at the birds in the aviary, and you pointed out to him, "Oh, look at these birds with this."
You could see a slight
glassy eyes, and this is what you're seeing, and I'll show you here. This is what you're seeing. Okay, they look like their eyes have been rubbed. It looks very irritated. The eyeball, it looks glassy, like there's water in the eye. Mm-hmm. What did Sal say to you about what he had with his youngsters?
Yeah, he said he had the same. Yeah, he had the same problem.
Was it like this or even worse?
Well, he probably had the same stages like I did. I mean, you're not. This looks like the early stage of it, but maybe you're nipping it with this product that you're using,
right?
And you may be nipping it soon enough,
right? But I'm saying he had it worse.
Right. Well, I wish I would have had one of my eyes to show you, but they're all cleaned up. Everything's good.
Looks like sorry, quick. Okay, I guess the comments are going to climb back on top of each other. Looks like coffee. So that's what we're working on here with the red loft. Another thing I wanted to talk about today, we were going to let the red loft out. Blue loft stayed in. Every bird today stayed in. Everyone stayed in. Today here, we didn't have rain. It was literally like a shower.
Pouring all day long.
Poured all day long.
Like a thunderstorm all day long, but no thunder. Just steady rain.
Rain, 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 rain. You can't go out. You change the water if you're in a sweater in 5 seconds. It's soaked. Your clothes are wet. You could shower out there. We decided no birds are going to go out today. We're not going to let the red loft out for the first day out in that heavy rain. Mm-hmm. Birds are going to get soaked. They're going to be cold, not feeling good. Then they got to figure out how to get up onto the board and come in. So at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I let the red loft out into the aviaries. They went and had a little bath, played around. They could come in and out as they wanted to. No pressure. The blue loft, great. They stayed in, bouncing around, fed them, looking really, really good. You can see them out now. They've been out, about 10 or 12 times?
Yeah, and they're starting to fly a bit. Nice.
Yeah.
Even with the short flights, they're getting stronger, and they're starting to figure out what the handicap is. A little bit of a handicap there. And,
They're getting a little braver. They're getting a little stronger.
Yeah, we didn't want to let the red ones out, red loft, because first time out with all this pouring rain, they get excited. Remember, the short 3 flights, they've never been out. They go off the board, they go down on the lawn there, okay, they get soaked, and then they can't figure out how to, maybe, let's say half of them can't figure out how to get back up on the board. They got no strength because they're soaked, and they don't want to walk up the new ramp. The other half, they end up maybe underneath the loft, and we didn't want that to happen.
Yeah, we don't want the first time out being a bad experience.
That's right.
We want it to be a good one. So tomorrow, as long as it's not going to pour rain, and I don't mind if it rains for an hour.
As long as they can dry off.
As long as they can dry off. We call it use a little common sense.
So yesterday we had the blue loft out there. You gave them a bath. Mm-hmm. They were all, I don't know, 200 of them, 220 of them, all relaxing out on the lawn. And it was nice, and they all dried off, and they figured out no problem how to get in.
Right. Nelson Pigeon Loft says, out of 110 young birds in this one loft, I had one just like that this last week. Maybe it could be the on-site of it spreading through. You'll have to wait and see. Jordan Polson's with us. Hey, good evening, Jordan from Colorado. Good evening, Jordan. Oh, here's a guy we haven't seen in a while. Daniel Herman. What's going on, Daniel? You got to get your pigeon bingo squares, my friend. Get playing. But we just wanted people to know, I think common sense. I think sticking birds out, new or even if these birds are rambling really good, flying good, to stick them out in the pouring rain when it's that type of hard rain, I think it discourages your birds. I think it takes a lot of form off puts them under stress a little bit. It's one thing if they're loft flying and then all of a sudden the rain comes. Okay, that's one thing. But today was just one of those days where, you know, like the guy said, did you feel like going outside in that rain today? No, you didn't. So we're not going to force the birds to. We give them what we call a day off here, and tomorrow we get back on the bike. We also wanted to show some pigeons this evening. We could do that, Ricky. Do you want to show our first bird? I think it'd be good. Grab the blue checker in the basket right there, and finish your beer, and away we roll. Reminder, guys, to like, share, and subscribe. This show works best when you participate. Don't sit there with your thumb up your butt. Please participate. Your participation helps the show flow a little more smoothly. As I say, our first bird up that we are going to show you tonight is from a local guy. He's done pretty good in one-off races. Every year he wins money. If he flies a couple races, he wins some money almost everywhere he goes. He's got some good birds. His father just recently passed away, John Tavares. But Derek and his daughter, Morgan, they fly together. And I wanted to show the bird. This is from Tavares Pigeons. This is CU UCL 23046. Call of Duty is the name of the pigeon. Blue checker hen. Real nice, this hen, eh?
Very nice.
Very, very nice. Strong. Not a big pigeon again. Little left or right to the back. See, the flights are pulled on it now. Nice little wings. And I'll tell you remove these 3 flights on each side, and there's not much up to the perches about as far as they really want to go, or up to the roof. That's it. Gregory McFarland, stay tuned in. But nice hen from Derek Tavares. Real nice. And this pigeon here is in the red loft. You see, we got the chips on. So let's see, what is tell us about this eye infection, respiratory issues. How do you cure it? How long did it take for it to go away? Does it affect racing ability? Well, you know, common sense would say if you have a respiratory problem on yourself, you're going to have problems with anything, right? You know, you're not going to get your maximum output. So this is, I believe this is some type of an upper respiratory problem.
It will affect, but we're a ways from that situation, and by that time this should be over with.
And you read in the book, we talk about this book all the time. Mm-hmm. The gentleman said if you don't treat it, how long will it take to cure?
It takes 3 weeks to a month.
Right. Now, reminder, it takes 3 weeks to a month from when the bird first gets it. If bird 1 gets it today, but bird 25 gets it 10 days from now, you're going to have this.
You're going to have it a while.
You're going to have it a while. Now, I'll let you know by next week's family show what I think of the eyes. Mm-hmm. I've started on the treatment with them. When did I start? I started on Friday.
I don't think you have any that are
closed.
Bad.
Not like what you had.
Yeah, I had some bad closed eyes.
Here, Ricky.
Excuse me, and it says right there, they're almost blind.
Right.
The bird sits there, his eyes, his closed eyes, you just go right up. He doesn't even move, doesn't even know you're there.
Right.
Right. But they don't lose weight. They eat, they figure the way to get to eat. Right?
Right.
And that's it. He says once they get over it, they got stronger immunity.
Right.
I don't know why he said that, but
Now, the products that I use an amoxicillin and a respiratory product, just an overall respiratory product. You can get them from Seagulls or Jeds. You can get amoxicillin. It's the amoxicillin 20%. So I hit them with two things together. I'm going to run them on it till about Friday or Saturday, and then we'll see. But I make sure that I make the drinkers smaller. So in the Blue Loft, I'm running a 10-liter drinker. They drink 2 10 liters a day in the Blue Loft. In the Red Loft, I drop them down to 6-liter drinkers. So I might give them 4 6 liters a day. And the reason being, I want them to get the medication. We're not going to show another one yet.
I just want to hold it.
Well, that wasn't the one we wanted next.
But I just want to hold this one.
No.
I want to hold it.
Put it back until it's time, Ricky. Focus. I'm talking, then you screw me up. Put that up so that come on back in.
Watch it. I'm a celebrity.
Finish this, we can get to the next drink. Anyways, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. We're gonna see how this works. It seems to be not getting worse. Now, it's gonna stay the same, and then it should get better. I don't want to see it getting worse. And I know the birds, they got to drink the water. I know how much water they're drinking. There's only one spot for them to drink. I don't drink them outside. If it does rain, like today, it rained. I didn't let them out till 3. I made sure I fed them twice, watered them twice. So I know those birds, if they go in the aviary and they drink the wire, they drink whatever, they've had 2 shots of the medicated water. Greg McFarland, hey, stay tuned. I got a bird for you tonight. Mike Peebler says, that $6K for the tour, does that not include flights? That is on you to get there. Okay, so the tour, that's in Canadian dollars. 59, I don't have the advert up. We haven't really, it's just been a light unleashing. I'm just making sure everything's finalized. Everything's good. We've got everything's planned. Just making sure I'm talking with a few more of the breeders. I might add 2 more breeders and a feed tour as well. A few more things I want to add in. But the $59.99 for the tour, that's in Canadian dollars. That will cover your breakfast. It will cover all the transportation through Belgium. You go to the lofts, you go to the show, you go to the banquet, everything on the tour it includes. The only thing it doesn't include are your dinners, your alcohol when you go for dinner, and it does not include your flight.
Does it include the hotel room?
Includes the hotel.
Yeah, because all you said it includes breakfast.
Well, it includes your breakfast, your hotel.
Your hotel room.
Yeah, the transportation around, all the shows we get into, every loft we go to visit.
You get yourself to where? Brussels?
You're gonna get yourself, to the airport. We tell you, you're gonna get there on the day we tell you, and once you get off that plane, you're good to go. So we're gonna talk about that maybe in a week or so's time, maybe in 2 weeks' time. What's the next question? Will says, I thought you had a guest, Miss Ellen. Oh, yeah, for people wondering, here, we're going to have a little fun. Still the questions on everyone's mind. Who is the real, and I mean, who is the complete real Ellen Sutton? You got 5 shots to pick here. You guys guess. Is this Ellen? I mean, this could be her. This very well could be her. A little bit old, but again, is this Ellen? I mean, a little bit younger, same kind of hairstyle. She's smiling a little more. Is this Ellen? Or is this Ellen? You guys are wondering who is the real Ellen Sutton, but let's not forget, The only Ellen we really care about is right here. Congratulations to Mike Sheridan on the Super Bingo. What did you guys think of Super Bingo? Every 5 games, we're going to have a Super Bingo for you people. As long as we keep seeing the interest in the regular bingos, and we'll do a Super Bingo every 5 to 10 games. But I think that was a pretty good prize. Congratulations. Michael Walsh says 3 is the real one. Mike Green says 3. Michael Peevler says 3. USA Law says, does the bird have crackling noise like you trying to have a cough? With those birds with the eye problem, Ricky?
No.
You didn't notice any gurgling?
No gurgling, no sniffing, no.
Nothing like that.
None of that. No. None of that.
Nothing.
Bird, no problem. Just runny eye, and then it sometimes close up on them. You know. Yeah, they didn't have any of that. No gurgling.
People, ABC Loft, I haven't seen you on in a while. Do pigeons recover from P&V? Crooked necks, head twisting.
No, I don't believe they do.
I think you can fart with them, mess with them, feel good, but it's not gonna. They're not gonna straighten.
Once they get it, I eliminate it.
Yeah, it's a flaw. It's
yeah.
You know,
maybe I don't even know if one in a million will recover. It may look good, but it's never. Yeah. Put it under stress. It always comes. It hits them again.
They crumble pretty. Once they got it, they showed you. They're saving you time. Just eliminate and keep moving on. But that's me.
It.
You do what you think.
Do what you want.
Do what you want.
The strong will survive.
Yeah, the strong will survive.
Let's look at it this way. If the thing was living in the barn or in town and it got that, it's elimination. He's not going to survive.
That's right. He's not going to function.
He's not going to function. He's not going to. So if you give him miracle, you think he's all right. Soon you put him under stress, he's done.
He's done. Your friend's the garbage can.
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations on here to nice article in the Doif magazine. You can subscribe to that. They ship all over the world. To Annex Gauthier. There you see her there. Chateau there. She had some real good results in I think there was looks here, it's hard for me to read, but around 3,000 pigeons. Old bird, she was 1st, 2nd, 7th, 8th, 22nd, and so on. And in yearlings, there was 3,100. She was, I believe, 1st, 5th, 6th, and so on. But with those Gabby Van and Nabil pigeons. And yes, Anik will be back again for a 3rd time at Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions this coming auction season. The birds are here. Birds have got their photos done, but great little article. And they did an article honor at PIPA as well. I don't have to show the PIPA one because I think the Doif does a better article. Just my opinion. But yeah, congratulations to Annex. And her birds have done very, very well here in this area. And she's doing real good with the one loft races. She's crossing her birds with Emil Denny's for one loft racing and really getting some good results. Finish your beer, Ricky. And we'll try the next one. And as we try the next one, you can...
Nice.
Yeah, I know. Send her home. We can go from there. Also, I wanted to throw out here, guys, you still have time. Pioneer Hunger Games. Okay? It's $100 a bird. We're going to close it off here shortly. Get your birds activated in. It is this activation fee is for one race. It's one race weekend. There's 2 races on the same weekend. Your bird's going to get entered to fly into both of them. Okay? It's a 100 Canadian dollar fee. Anybody can activate anyone's birds right now. So you can look at the list like Daniel Herman. You can go and buy 10 birds. You own them for this race weekend. All the prize money, the pot,
So there's 2 races that week.
2 races
That
from the
weekend.
same location. The birds are going to be entered into 2
2
races.
races, not 1 race. You said 1 race.
Well, it's 2 races.
2
from the
races
same,
on 1 weekend.
right, and it's
Right.
the same race. The birds only fly the race once.
Once. Okay.
Get involved before we close it up. The pot's already at $5,000.
So 1 race would be in what form? Would be the Pioneer race.
It's the board and bond race.
That's 1 race,
Yeah.
and the other race
Would be the third race in the Pioneer One Loft.
right. Okay.
So that's how that's going to work. Again, lots of good birds. USA Loft says it's 3. Everyone's so sure it's 3. I don't know if it's 3. This is the photo that everyone is picking right now. This one's in the lead. Right here. I don't know. It's a toss-up. These 2 here.
I personally go after number 1. That's the
I
one.
kind of
I would
think.
like to dance with that one.
I bet you would.
Yeah.
And I mean, what's wrong with this one? This one looks good too.
No.
You don't like that one?
No.
Isn't it kind of funny that all these Ellens? What's the one thing we notice about them all? Just tell me the first thing you notice about all 4 of them.
Some of them have a mustache. It looks.
No, come on. I'm being serious. What do you notice about all of them?
All 4. They're not as cute as number 1.
No, they all got short hair.
Ah, short hair.
Do you notice this? What can I say? Anyways, let's keep rolling here. All right, you finished off that beer. Dekine. Hey, there's Dekine, one of the Pigeon Bingo winners. He won $62.50. That's good. Okay, Ricky, it's time for our new beer. I want you to go into the freezer. There's 2 cans in the freezer. Take one out, put it in the fridge, and bring the other can. We're gonna try the beer that's we're gonna go up against. We tried Bench Mountain View Stout. Tasted coffee. Yes, sure. What's the update on Ricky and Ricky's the Squeakers? What's the update on Ricky and the Squeakers? Well, give me one.
Stop squeaking.
They stopped
You
squeaking.
Stop squeaking now.
Michael Walsh says, I seen Ricky eyes light up on 3, even with the shades on. So Ricky likes number 3. Guys, we're going to wait till the end of the show. Okay, so our first beer was pretty good. We're now going to try the next one. And we're going to see which one of these 2 is going to move on to the next round for next week's show. Our next one up is, there it is, Kilkenny Irish Cream Ale. This is Irish Cream Ale. It says here, serve extra cold.
It's cold. It's almost frozen.
Almost, and it's got the
almost frozen.
it's got the knot in it. Not the knot, the cork. Got a cork in here. So we're gonna open it and pour it, and here it is for you. The Kilkenny Cream Ale. I like the sound of that. Did you hear the cork in there? Here we go. Your beer, Ricky? Your can? Or your cup?
My can.
Your cup. Give me the cup, Ricky. Give me the cup, boy. I love it when a guy doesn't finish. You want to finish that
I
off?
want to finish it.
He wants to mix the flavors. Here we go. Have you guys ever had the Kilkenny Irish Cream Ale? Remember, served extra cold. Oh, the first one, just to let you know, this first one that we did, the Bench Stout, this was 6% alcohol, the white can. This is 4.3. We're gonna try this here momentarily. It looks a bit nicer. It looks more appetizing. What do you think, Ricky?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. USA Law says
It's not.
number 4 is Ellen DeGeneres. I don't know. ABC Loft says, what's the best way to compete in local combine races when you don't have the numbers other guys have? I don't think you don't need to win pigeon racing with numbers. Pigeon racing isn't about having them. You know, you can fly against a guy that has 100 pigeons, but if you don't know what he's doing, and there's a guy that has 10 pigeons, and he's got them dialed in, they're out of good blood, training them properly, feeding them right, has them on a system, and he's focused, I'm going to pick the guy with 10 birds all the time. What do you think, Ricky?
Oh, 100%. We got guys locally here, they put in 80 to 100 birds in a race, and they hit with one bird once in a while. Whereas that guy with 80 birds, if he's in focus or in a system, a good system, puts 80 birds in, he should be hitting with first drop, 20 birds, 40 birds, first drop. You know what I mean? So I seen that it's like you don't really know what you have when you have that many birds. You know, it's like you can have one dog, and boy, that is super dog. You know what he wants. You know how he is. He does it. He looks at you. You know what he's doing. You get two dogs, same thing. Pretty darn good. But try and keep 5 dogs in your kitchen. You know, it's kind of a lot harder. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And you see that with guys like Patrick.
Yeah, and Alfred. Alfred's 100%. Alfred won the National Chateauroux. He sent 8 pigeons. Jan Hoyman sent 180 pigeons. One guy, you know. And Mike Vandriak, I know, Mike, that comment that's a cute, funny one, and that's a good comment. That's a real giver. But Mike says this, the secret to beating a large shippers is to clock your one of yours before his first bird comes home. And Mike, that's obviously how you win at anything. You have to be up in the front. But that's easier said than done. You can go out and buy the best pedigreed pigeons in the world. But if you don't know how to get them into form, watch the diet, play them properly, it's very hard. You know, it don't matter if you have 100. Well,
you know, my question is,
you know,
if you don't know, you say, I went to the race and I won the race. Or you say, I went to the race and I was 20th out of 1,500. Or I was 40th out of 1,500. Or I won the race. If you don't know why you won the race, you didn't win it.
Yeah.
You understand me? And I'm
That's right.
saying, let's see you repeat yourself. Did you get lucky with a bird? Did you actually figure out to program that bird to do so well? Starting with all the whatever feed, the best, whatever the water is, whatever. If you don't know why you won the race, you didn't win it. That's it. I had a good one. You don't see the guy, he's not back again till next year, maybe. Well, had one good one. You know, if you put 20 birds in the race, you better have 4 or 5 in a drop. That means you know what you're doing. If you get one and then an hour, 40 minutes later, half an hour later, you get one, 20 minutes later, you one, half an hour later, another one, you know what? You know, you're only fooling yourself. You don't know what you're doing.
I always go back to Dean Pallett, and he always said, it's not about winning the race. It's about getting the whole group to fire as a unit, And if you can get one bird, you know, if you can get one bird that wins the race, great. Now you got to figure out how to get 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th all together.
You get people
close.
People say, guess what? I was 2nd place in the combine, whatever the combine was, I won in my club. First of all, who are you flying against? Secondly, when did your next pigeons come? Well, I got one. My next pigeon came 20 minutes later. The next one came 20 minutes after that. And then an hour after, you know, you're only fooling yourself. Right? That's what I think.
All the guys I talk to say the feathers don't deform in. They don't come in deformed. I know we've pulled tails on birds. The tails don't come in deformed. We'll find out, but I don't think there shouldn't be any deformed feathers.
You know, getting back to races and wins, you got to remember what the weather conditions are, what the wind was. There's certain conditions that come. Conditions change the situation as well, right? So you can't blame the birds. You got to analyze what conditions you have.
Right.
Right.
I'm trying to recover this as we go. It's getting painful here tonight. Getting a bird, Mike Vanderyak says, getting a bird every 20 minutes could be quite impressive on a hard 500 mile. Yeah, we're just talking regular racing. We're talking 100 to 300 miles, 100 to 200 miles. You know, if the day is good and the birds are doing 1,200, you want to pretty much be getting them. You know, you get your first birds in and you send 20 birds to the race. You want to see your whole group was under that hour, and you want to get your whole group in. Can I get my whole group in a half an hour? Can I get my whole group in 15 minutes? How close can I get my whole group in?
The other thing too is, we had a fellow I was talking to, and I said, "How did you do this week?" And excuse me, he was second in his club. All his club members are east of him about 50 kilometers, 30 miles. They're all east of him on this particular race.
Right.
Okay. And I asked him where they were released from, and he told me. And I witnessed it numerous times on this particular combine. The driver liberates 16 kilometers east of where it's supposed to be released. So that's 16, what should I say, handicap? For that fellow that was second in his club. His birds flew an extra 16 kilometers where the other guys didn't. Do you understand me? Yeah. And what I'm saying is the driver of the combine truck.
I
witnessed it more than enough. So I'm just saying, don't get fooled.
Oh yeah. Again, that's
the truth. Come on.
We have to look at what the competition allows you. That's the whole thing. You gotta know, and you gotta know what you're doing. At the end of the day, Antonio Rodriguez says, "Hey guys, Get Birds come back last year on the races. How did you guys get Birds to come back last year from the races? Birds came good last year. I think the birds came real good. We had only one tough race.
Which one was that? Latchford?
Yeah, that was Latchford.
Yeah,
but that's okay. That happens. Hey, we still got a whole whack home, and all the rest could have come. But hey, they chose to go. What do we call it? A different route.
I don't know what happened. Falcons got in there or something. I never seen them, but we don't rehearse it. They went up and up and up like flying tipplers, and they were up, and they just going up and high up. I couldn't believe it. And then who knows what happened?
We never know. What do you think of this one?
It's a bit milder, not as heavy.
Which one do you like better?
And it is a bit colder than the other one. Ice cubes don't seem to do it like a freezer.
Well, no, I just had the gloss on ice cubes.
Right.
But yeah, let's get back to this. It's number 3. Oh yeah, she looks okay. What's the biggest drop? What was the biggest drop? Oh,
I should write all that down, but
What was it?
the very last race, which you won
We got 400
against me, you beat me by, God, had to have been at least 60 seconds to 120 seconds.
Yeah.
And you got 4 on that drop from 325 miles. And
That was pretty good.
I think, no, Jerome wasn't with me. The wind. Wasn't that the one with the bad headwind?
Yeah, the headwind, they were flying 1100s.
Yeah, it was a 18-mile-an-hour headwind or something. It was wicked.
And that comes down to, again, when you get into headwinds in 300 miles, it really comes down to the quality of the pigeons there. Anything, once you get over 250 miles with young pigeons, 200 miles and down or 225 and down, I don't want to say it's less quality, but you really see the super quality pigeons at 300 plus miles.
I always say you see the pigeons when they get over 2 to 2.5 hours on the wing. Okay,
Well,
2.5 hours on the wing.
Well, no,
you really start
step-
to see the pigeons.
Step one, at 2 hours, it's 100 miles. That's your first gauge.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Then
saying.
once you hit 200 miles, that's 4 hours on the wing. That's another gauge.
Gauge.
But when you hit 300, not all pigeons perform at a super high level. They just don't have
No,
it.
you're right. Yeah, I mean, you can take pigeons out, and if they're coming and they do it in an hour and a half from somewhere, and I don't mean I took them 10 miles and it took them an hour and a half to get home. I don't mean that. I mean, the bird's got to be over 100 miles to 150 miles in that area. So they fly an hour and a half.
What are we
That's
saying?
fine. But once you take them over the 2-hour mark in flying in a headwind, you'll see a different pigeon than that pigeon that comes home from 50 miles in 50 minutes. That's not the same pigeon that flies 220 miles.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. You understand me?
Right.
Any of those darn pigeons can fly 60 miles, come home like bullets. But put them over 2 hours in a headwind or something, you're going to see a totally different pigeon.
Oh yeah, I think if you constantly judge your pigeons on tailwinds, when you hit a headwind, you'll see a lot of the time the birds crumble. Now,
100%. And don't judge your pigeons by saying, he said 2 hours. I left my pigeons out. They were gone for 2.5 hours. Those darn things are pretty darn good. No. That don't work like that.
What we say is when you take them 100 miles, it should take them between 2 hours and 2.5 hours, depending on the day. Depending on how the wind blows in their face or blows on their back.
Or with
Either way.
With the heat.
If it's a tailwind, they're going to be 2 hours right on to just under 2 hours. If there's no wind, they're going to be just over 2 hours. And if there's a headwind, they're going to be 2.5 hours to 3 hours. But if you take them in a headwind and they take 5 hours to come home, no good. You want them in
100
miles. You want them in race time. Now, go grab the little blue pied, Ricky. It's time to show another one off. No, you go get it. Can you go get the bird? I don't want to walk up around the thing. Let's go. I ask you, you're on the show. Get the damn bird, please. Come on. Go. Can you get the bird? I don't have my shoes. I don't want to get my feet soaked on the carpet. Go get the bird. You see, guys, it's so hard working with them because it's like watching paint dry. Come on, Scoozon, let's go.
It was hard.
You're hard.
It was a headwind.
Will Rusty be out working this year? We'll have the droppers out. Don't worry. We're gonna get Rusty back out. He's in the young bird loft right now. Yeah, Rusty's a she, but we call him a he because he acts like a cock. Will says it was over 20. I don't know what was over 20.
He said a drop.
Oh yeah,
last
year.
Could have had drops of 10 or 12. I don't know, 20 maybe.
Yeah, we had a couple times. I like to see how quick we can get them all home in the hour. Please, Ryan. Oh no. What did I say? I said something wrong? Gang one's with us. What's going on? Oh, also, I wanted to throw out some congratulations here at the Pigeon Bingo. Eddie Ortiz, we got your diploma. Congratulations. Michael Walsh, congratulations. Mike Green, Gregory McFarland, Jay-Z, and our lone Canadian, Harry Paul. And the next one up, we got a bird. You know what? I like the look of this pied. She looked real good. Nice looking pigeon. Here it is. Gregory McFarland, AU, ARPU, 17.526. This is Steve. Blue pied hen.
Very nice.
There she is.
Very nice.
Real nice, this hen.
Very nice.
And I'm going to just exit the screen so it looks better on our side. Very small pied hen. Not big pigeon at all.
Small pigeon.
Small pigeon. Now, we pulled flights on your red that we showed a video of.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? We pulled it just
Last
before,
week.
I think it was May 27th or May 28th.
Yeah.
In that time frame.
Hmm.
We pulled the 3 flights, the 10th, the 9th, and the 10th, the 9th, and the 8th. We checked Saturday night, and flights are starting to come in now.
Mhm.
So it was about 12 days. The flights all 3 are starting to come in. This bird's got
She's out of the red loft,
this is another pigeon out of the red loft.
so they wouldn't even be starting to come in yet.
Not these ones, no.
No.
Not these ones. Let's see the comments. Again, get the pigeon, Richard, please, Gang One says.
Get the pigeon.
Look at how nice this pigeon is in my hands.
She's a nice hen.
Got good vibration. Mike Vanderyak says, oh, hold on. Let me go back up. ABC Loft says this first. Let me get rid of this from Greg McFarland. Sorry, Greg. Super nice bird. Again, guys, I don't go and pick people's birds. I just picked what I thought looked real nice. This bird looks great. ABC Loft's throwing in a pigeon question here, so let's get to it. Is Versalaga DePure mix a good mix to fly? You can't race on DePure. I wouldn't be recommending racing. It's a good mix to use.
Do you want to take weight off birds?
Yeah. But you can take weight off birds without depurifying them. You just back the feed off on the good feed.
Yeah.
Feed them a little less.
Mm-hmm.
But what a nice pigeon this is. Nice sharp looking pied. Again, this pigeon can be activated for the Hunger Games.
The feather is beautiful and the silky. As
Silky.
can be. She's
Yeah.
very, very nice.
Very nice underneath. Gang One says, please, Ryan. Okay. Dekine woohoo. Mike Vanderyak's going to come off we call Mike coming off the top rope this week. If a bird flies 100 miles in a headwind in 2.5 hours or 150 miles in 2.5 hours in a tailwind, is there any difference? Hey, Mike. You can get me on a bicycle. You can get me right now. I can go down the hill on the bicycle. I can go 10 miles down a hill, and I will be able to keep up. No problem. Riding along, pedaling along, no problem. I'll keep up with most of the bike riders. Just keep along. Turn me around. Those same bike riders. We're going to ride up the hill. Mike, come on. Is going down a hill easier than going up a hill? Mike, you've got to come at me with a little bit, what's the word? I don't know the word. I don't have that stupid word in my brain. But guys, in life, going downhill is always easier. Is it easier to work for $1 million, or is it easier to go scratch a lottery ticket and win $1 million? There's 2 types of millionaires. A man who goes to work and makes his million, or a guy who buys the lottery and scratches it. The man who works for the million, at the end of the day, he knows how to make it. He's earned his million, and he's not going to blow through it. The guy who scratches the million, what happens to him? He's lucky. But anyways, guys, as you see how Mike thinks, going downhill is the same as going uphill. Brian Mansker says, I think you should keep the Hunger Games open until you have to pay the club entry fee race weekend. Oh, maybe we will. Look at this. Look at that nice pigeon. Steve. This is the name of the pigeon, Steve. Michael Parrish says, hello. Real nice pigeon. Very nice. You know, I like the nice warmth in the pigeon and that soft, silky feather. Man,
She looks a bit like Alfred's pigeon, but it's a little bit smaller.
little
They're
small.
almost identical.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah, they are. Tight vents. Very nice.
Again, I want to give another shout out to Team Plateau. They will be coming to Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions. He's got his 10th national win. One of the only guys to have 10 national wins. On one race weekend, he was first national, third national, fourth. The list is all there. I'm going to have a video up for him next week.
Flying against how many birds roughly? Right?
Thousands.
Thousands, like
20,000, 10,000, 8,000. He's won 10 nationals. You wait till you see the bird. Next week I'm going to show it. But Team Plateau, congratulations again.
these are real pigeon flyers. And are these people that you're talking about?
They go every week, those pigeons.
No, but let me ask you, you mind if I ask you this question?
Go ahead, Ricky.
Are these some of these people going to be people that you're going to be visiting on the tour? These aren't just like backyard pigeon people.
No,
these are
yeah.
these are stars.
Yeah,
stars.
You know, like for instance, we have Emil Dunny's on the tour.
Right.
People can't go to his house anymore. He wants no visitors.
Right.
But you're going to get to go to his place on this tour. This is part of
Through Feathers Elite.
Through Feathers Elite.
Right.
Through what we do, you're going to get to go there, go into the lofts, see, look around, handle the pigeons, and talk with Emil Denny's.
And listen. The main thing is listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. And you know, I always say on these trips that I do, I'll ask a question and I let them talk. And if you listen, you're going to learn so much. Don't tell them what you think or you know, just listen. And if you listen to all these super flyers, a lot of them say the same things. And you know, it's really remarkable that Emil Denny's actually, you know, 100 years of pigeon knowledge, racing against the toughest competition at the hardest time there when pigeon racing was probably at its mecca in the, you know, the 60s, 70s, 80s, right into the 90s, the very, very best of the best. I mean, the guy's got 2 golden wings, 2 silver wings. You know, he's a Barcelona champion, 1 loft race champion. He's in his, what is he, in his late 70s, 80s now, and he's still out there beating people badly. So, what does riding a bike have to do with pigeons? I don't know. Mike, I can't read the rest of the comment because it's right. Can I ask you a question? If you drink vodka every day, you drink it every day. You can have 6, 7 drinks, 8 drinks, 9 drinks, 10 drinks. You're fine. Next day, Mike Vanderyak comes over. He brings a bottle of tequila. How many drinks in before you start to really feel it? 2 or 3?
I don't know.
2 or 3. Mike, bike riding and pigeon flying have nothing to do with the same thing.
It's all the same, man. It's moving body weight. It's moving body weight.
I don't know.
Downhill riding bike or uphill. It's all different. It's different.
Do you think, would there be a difference? Would there be a difference with riding a bike on a flat ground with a tailwind or riding a bicycle in a headwind?
Big difference.
Big difference, yeah.
Okay, push a wheelbarrow in a head.
Can I ask you a question? Let's talk about airplanes. Now remember, they got motors in them. Is the plane slower in a headwind? Does the plane burn more fuel in a headwind?
100%.
There you go.
And they're always a half an hour, 20 minutes late.
But the jet has the same horsepower. They can give it more fuel, but why doesn't it get there any quicker? Mike, I don't know what to tell you, Mike. I don't know what to tell you. Ricky, bring the other one in. What the hell? Guys, you make your own decisions on if headwinds are easier and tailwinds. I just use my common sense. I can see it as plain as day. Plain as day. You ask any super pigeon man. The super pigeon men, they don't brag about a tailwind race. They win it, fine. But when they get down 1,100, 1,200, 1,100, 1,000, 900, work into the headwind, and they win it. Now you got pigeons that can dig. You know how to condition them, and your pigeons got the balls to dig. And you know what? One other thing than balls, they got the brain power when they get real damn tired to not pack it in. Because you know what? How many people want to get up and go to work and work hard?
When pigeons fly 1,600 meters, 1,700 meters, 1,500 meters even, it's not even a pigeon race. 1,800 meters, it's a joke.
Mike.
This bird here, the quills are already starting to come in.
Right. Now, this is the only, now, it's very funny you say this.
Mm-hmm.
This is a pigeon man. You're watching this.
Right.
The first two birds come out of the red loft.
Right.
You didn't know that this bird was in the blue loft.
Right.
But we didn't talk about this. You're examining the pigeon.
Yeah, I already feel the quills coming in.
Right.
Yeah.
And these birds were pulled on the 29th of May. Now, I'm going to show this bird here in 1 second.
I should go and get my red because it was, we brought it in.
You can.
I'll just see.
You can. Okay. Mike says if a plane engine runs at 2,500 RPMs for an hour, does it burn more fuel in a headwind or in a tailwind? Here's a question. Hey, Ricky, when you put a trailer on your truck that's empty, on your pickup truck, and you drive 100 kilometers, does it burn more fuel? Empty trailer?
Oh, it burns less.
When you have a trailer on your pickup truck and you drive 100 kilometers, hold on.
Right?
Take the trailer off, drive back without a trailer. What burns more fuel? The trailer on. It's common sense. Mike, everything, I can't even talk about it.
Well, how much fuel does it take to move
It burns more
something?
fuel. It has to burn more fuel. You're dragging, you're pulling.
Torque.
Mike, I don't know where you get your common sense from. Let me ask you, Mike, when you work more hours at the police force, you work an extra 20 hours, did they pay you more or did you say, no, I didn't do any more work. I don't deserve any more? Jesus. All right, next pigeon up. You'll grab the red, I'll show this one. Here we go. Our next pigeon. I like this one. He's a good-looking guy.
This is an Arden.
Well, I don't know. It's just a pigeon with a crest.
It's got the old Arden crest. We don't know if it's an Arden, but
I wouldn't say
90% of Ardens.
You don't want to
they all
insult
have
them.
crest.
No, not 90%.
Well, 100%.
Okay, Classic Flight, IF Empire, 4811. This is Jody. Oh, calm down, Jody. There it is. You see that little crest there on the head? Maybe you guys can see it. Let's bring it up here. Just a little more. There it is. That's kind of an easier way to do it. Again, Jim McGinnis in Classic Flight. Oh yeah, I can feel the flights coming in. There he is. Jody from Classic Flight. This is a blue cock with the little crest. So if you're looking for, you want to have a little fun and activate a crested pigeon, go ahead. Let's see the comments. You're lagging a little bit. It's okay. Sometimes we lag. That's why your flight is faster when you're here in the jet stream. Jay-Z, we must go to the same bar, my friend. Don't worry, Mike. It'll come to you. But there you have it, right there. Classic flight, Jody. Nice pigeon. Really, weight's coming off good. Once these flights come in, these birds should start to fly pretty darn good. Definitely got the age. Nice forearm on this pigeon. Nice snap to the wing. But overall, sharp-looking pigeon. He's not as balanced in the hands as the other two, but he's a little nervous. It happens. It happens. Hey, reminder, guys, Pigeon Bingo. I say it. Check this out. 5 shitty rounds of fun. Come on down, play Pigeon Bingo. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m., we are going to play rounds 5 and 6 of Pigeon Bingo. Tomorrow, once the rounds are done, we are going to have round 7 available to purchase. $5 get you a square. But remember, we put 4 squares up or 4 boards up. So you're really, for $5, if you buy 1 square, you're really getting 4. What a great value. Team building, support, fun, have a laugh, win some prizes, win some cash. On our regular Pigeon Bingo, the grand prize is $62.50. Ask the kind, he won. There he is. He's calming down now. Getting much more calm. Cool. There you have it. Now we're going to show you a bird here that we pulled around the 20, I think around the 27th, 26th, 27th, 28th, in that time frame. I'd have to go back and look on my phone. This is one of Ricky's. And what I will do is I will use the phone. So you take him back, and I'll use the phone, and you'll show the wing on the bird. And I'll be able to get it up close. So this was the red that we had the video on. I don't think I still have the video. Let me see. Maybe I have it here. Hold on. Let's just take a look-see-poo. Import videos. Nope. Let's go here. Let's go here. Yeah, here it is. Done. We're going to show this up here right now. This is the video, guys. Check it out.
Here has just had his 8th, 9th, and 10th flight pulled. He's already dropped his 5th, and he's almost on a blood quill. And we're just going to let him go from here. He hasn't been out loft flying at all, right? Hasn't been out of the loft. We're going to let him fly towards the loft, as you can show the picture of the loft, which is over there. Twisted Sister, he's going over there. So let's just see how he's going to be. Are you ready? Here we go. There we go. As you see, his flight is a little impaired, but as he gets more strength in his wing and realizes he's short some flights, this bird will actually loft fly, will actually ramble short 3 flights, and his wing will get stronger, and as the flights come in, it'll get a little easier for him. But as you can see, today I pulled those 3 flights. Today I took him 100 feet from the loft. I let him go. He flies straight to the loft. Didn't land on the ground, didn't go on the other 2 lofts, went straight to the loft.
And there you guys have it. All right, so this is the same red. Same guy right here. He's looking real good. We handled them on Saturday. And Saturday, they weren't up as high as they are today.
They went up about, what, a good inch or more?
Yeah, about an inch. And I will have you hold the pigeon. And what I'm going to do is this is going to be the best way we're going to do this. Open up the wing on that pigeon. Maybe do this wing. No, hold the wing down.
The wing's so tight, folks.
All right. So there you see when we just move this here, there the 3R.
You know what we can do for the customers? You know what we're gonna do?
What?
You want to measure it next week? Okay.
Well, we don't have to do that.
No,
We don't have to. We're going to show it. It's on the show. People who tune in watch.
Mark the next flight. That way, you're going to see it.
Oh,
That's how I do it.
all right. Bring it over here. We're going to mark it.
You're going to mark the next flight.
Okay.
The
I
next
know.
one.
All right. So here we go, guys. We're really getting. And if you guys would have seen this Saturday. All right, here we go.
What do you think of this pigeon?
It's nice.
You like it?
I like it. It's beautiful pigeon.
His arm is so tight.
Here we go. Here we go. So we're gonna mark right
The
here.
next flight. Yeah, mark it. There. Good.
Right. Want to mark the other side? Again, everything equal.
He's very got a tight wing like you will not
It
believe.
would be great if you could open
This
this bloody.
sucker here. He's got so much power.
We're gonna go just right
There you go.
There you go.
Right.
So there you see it. They're coming in. That was painful. Sorry, guys.
Sorry about that, folks.
But yeah, flights up, moving up. That's been under. Oh, this frustrates me. This thing.
How many days has that been now?
Less than 15. Well, let's say we pulled it on the 25th, which
No,
we
it
did.
wasn't the 25th.
But let's say we did. So let's go. 25. Today's the 10th. That's 15 days. The flight's already up that high.
Yeah.
Where will it be in another 10? It'll be all the way up.
Next week we're gonna pull them again.
Yeah.
We're gonna see how it
we're
looks.
gonna measure them out.
Yeah. So we see it there. We see what the flight is. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. So Mike, well, we're all getting all crazy here. And get shit on. Jay-Z likes to get shit on. Here we go. Tony Alvis says, Mike Vanderyak, if a plane engine runs at 2,500 RPMs for 1 hour, it burns the same fuel in a tailwind or a headwind, and is a headwind. Mike Vanderyak says, you're missing my point. The question is, what is more important, headwinds versus tailwinds or time on the wing? Well, 2 hours time on the wing in a tailwind is different than 2 hours time on the wing in a headwind. Running up a hill that's a mile up the hill, or running down the hill that's a mile. They're two different miles. And a flat mile is different than both of those miles. Do I know what the difference is, Mike? I know one thing. I'm interested in birds that can work, because most of the time, the ones that can work, they'll handle the tailwind like nothing. But working in a headwind, when you ask them to work, they have to be able to stay focused, keep the condition, keep the pace. It's a different pigeon. You're asking me to pick pigeons, I'll pick all day long pigeons that work in headwinds.
You like to pick a pigeon that works 9 or 10 hours in
a wind.
In some of those times, right? God, what a pigeon!
Now, Mike says, of course it does, Tony. Ryan needs to check, and he used a big word which I can't read, assumption, and think a little harder. Okay. I don't know. All I know is forget airplanes, forget cars, forget bicycles. Mike, I don't give a shit what you want to pick. Tailwinds and headwinds and side winds and ups and downs. You pick whatever you like, Mike. At the end of the day, I know what I'm looking for.
So they're saying running an aircraft at 2,500 RPM.
Tony Alvis says, Mike, the only difference is the engine RPM for 1 hour in a tailwind will cover much more distance. That's right. But we're talking time on the wing. Tailwind is easier, regardless if 6 hours in a tailwind is easier than 6 hours in a headwind. 6 hours in a tailwind, you're going to cover more ground. Correct? Correct. Mike, I think I'm correct.
You're going to do it quick.
Is the bird, is the engine, is the human going down a hill or in a tailwind gonna burn less energy, or is he gonna move, or if he's going up a hill or pulling a load of bricks on his bicycle, is he gonna burn, be heavier, work harder? I think so. I'm thinking again, this is like, I call this the stupid corner now. We can't figure this one out. Actually, I think if you just drive them in the car back and forth, you don't even have to worry about any of it. Tony Elvis agrees. Time annoying. Okay, good. Is Mike, Gang One says, is Mike a can man, fresh air, barley seed race? Gang One, I'm not really quite sure. I'm not sure. And again, I'm not. Mike is Mike. Mike believes in what he likes, and that's what this show is great about. It's just, I don't know. Why is it normally at the end of the week you're tired after work? You feel shittier on a Friday than you do on a Monday? I don't know. Whatever. Hey, that's like swimming with the tide. JC, I don't know how you're getting it. Guys, round of applause for JC. Hills have to do with gravity. Wind has nothing to do with gravity. Oh, wind has nothing to do with gravity. Okay. All right. You know, Mike, I don't even know how to answer that one, Mike. You're right, Mike. If we're on flat ground, running into a headwind will be the same thing as running with a tailwind, Mike. 100%. Forget the gravity. The question should be 10 shots of vodka or 10 shots of tequila. What's your harder? Hey, I just talked through experience, my friends. Good show. It's going along good. Get your tickets for Pigeon Bingo. Tailwinds and headwinds. Reminder, hey, the question that's on everyone's mind, maybe Mike will know. Mike, could you tell us who the real Ellen Sutton is? We've got number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Apparently, according to Mike, riding a bicycle down a hill has nothing to do with headwinds or tailwinds. It has to do with gravity. I wonder if we take a pigeon. I can't even get involved. I almost like I'm getting dumber.
Well, is that with a
I don't know.
2-gear or 18-speed bicycle?
I don't know. Well, what happens if we have a tricycle? Gang One, I think Gang One and I, we're all on the same team. Can't fix it. Just leave it alone. Yeah. Elf offer. Hey, I thought I had your bird. I'll get one of your birds on the show next week, Antonio.
Are you riding the bicycle or just coasting it?
I don't know.
Can you coast a bicycle uphill?
Oh, look, wait. Georgia McGaffin writes, both Mike and Tony are incorrect. The confidence of drag will take more fuel at 200 RPM going into a headwind. And
it's all, what do you call it? It's called, what do they call that? Gravity.
Listen.
And air, it has to be air in the tires. If you have the wrong air in the tires, you're going to have low air in the tires.
Hold on. I think Mike Green hit it. Common sense, flying in headwinds, work harder than tailwinds. There you go. I'm usually on the side of Mike, not sure this one. Well, guys, common sense. Tell me how your pigeons look after 2 hours on a tailwind flight from 100 miles. Tell me, look at them from 100 miles in a headwind flight of a good strong headwind, you'll see they look way different.
Okay.
But hold on.
Ask this question.
Don't
okay?
take my word.
I don't.
Ask the pigeons.
I don't want to point any fingers. Okay.
I need drugs.
But-
do we have any drugs?
Let's say.
Grab a beer.
Let's hold on.
Oh.
Let's say you take a 75-year-old man. Okay.
Yeah.
Get him on the bicycle in an 80-degree heat. Make him ride the bicycle down slope. 30 to 40, 45 degree slope downhill. Let him ride that bike. He'll ride it down. He'll get off. He'll get himself a nice cold orange crush drink. He'll smile and say it's beautiful. Get the same man at 75 years old riding on the same hill, uphill.
Oh.
We'll say no wind.
He'll die of a heart
wind.
attack.
By the time that sucker gets up to the hill,
Hey,
you would say to
hold
him,
on.
hey, bud,
Wait a minute.
don't ride that
No.
friggin' bike, man.
No. Well, riddle me this one, Mike and Tony. Ready? What if you're going up the hill
Uh-huh.
with a tailwind?
Oh, with a
Or you're coming down the hill with a headwind. All I got to say is this. I'm going to say, Mike, I don't know if you're drinking Tetley tea or what you're drinking. Come on down. We're going to try 10 shots of vodka, 10 shots of tequila. We'll turn you around in a circle, and we'll get out the eye loop
Always
and we start
make
judging
sure
some
that
eyes.
your bicycle tire pressure is around, I think, 28 pounds.
Wait, hold on. To be honest,
How about
hold on. Mike is being honest here. To be honest, after 2 hours on the wing, my birds look the exact same in any wind. Mike, that means you're conditioning them good.
Yeah.
But Mike, you're a pro. Mike, you're a real pro.
But wait a minute. I'm just going to mention something
Hold
in
on.
this show. Viewer discretion is advised.
Can I ask you a question?
Don't if you had a bicycle
No,
with
I
solid
can't.
rubber tires on it, not air in the tires, solid rubber tires, how would it be riding on a flat ground or having air in the tires?
Hey, wait, Mike, with your flying, at what type of headwind will you start to see them look tired, Mike? Your birds. Now remember, guys, actually, I'm gonna go next week, or we can pull up. No, you know what we're gonna do? I want Mike to answer this. At what point do your pigeons look gassed? Let's go with the other one. Let's try the other one again.
Okay. What kind of gel holds up stronger on your hair in a headwind or a tailwind?
None of the above.
Okay.
How does Mike Green even have Mike Green's on it? I use more fuel on my truck
Mike Green
in
is a truck
headwinds than a tailwind. Thank you. Hey, Mike.
Even empty or loaded.
Mike, when you're empty, does your truck burn the same amount as when you're loaded? Mike, when you don't have a trailer on, do you burn less or more? It's all common sense. I don't know.
Oh, he's 100% right.
Like I say, sometimes I get worn out. I don't have the answers for this thing. All I know is you don't never brag on tailwinds. Forget the tailwinds. Take her, finish her, send her home. Pigeons suspend in the air, hold on, cannot compare to bikes or running on the ground.
So what about a kite? Which way does a kite rise? In a headwind or in a tailwind?
Pigeons suspend in the air. Pigeons suspend in the air. Can I ask you a question? How in the hell does the pigeon get into the air? How does he do that? Like, I'm trying to figure this out, Mike. The birds that are missing the 3 flights on each wing, why are they only going to the rooftop and they're not up flying yet? Why?
It's
Like, wait a minute. They can get up on the perch, right? They can fly up to the roof. Why in the hell aren't they flying around the loft? Why? They're missing feathers and it takes a little extra work, right?
Takes work.
They're not ready to do that yet, are they?
Takes a lot more energy.
Right. But can I ask you, if we give them a full wing and we let them out, How the hell did it get up into the air? Did it go like this? Watch. Do they stand on the board like this, put their wings out, and then what does he say? They suspend up into the air like E.T. is phoning home, levitates them up into the air. Mike, all I know is, guys, you want to buy pigeons from Mike Vanderyak. Mike, put your number down. His birds don't feel headwinds. His birds don't feel tailwinds. And to be quite honest with you, his birds don't even need to flap their wings to fly. Gang one, I'm going to get you. I'm going to go. Mike, I want the whole 4th, 5th, and 6th round of youngsters. I'm going to put them son of a bitches on a plane. I'm sending them to gang one in the UK. And he'll tell us how they go. Because in the UK, they got great wind there. They'll levitate. They'll float. Wow. Unbelievable. And I'm not even fired up, but I just can't figure it out. There is more resistance when pigeons fly in a headwind. Oh, that's why the speeds are slower. Are you sure? Are you sure that's why, Antonio? I mean, that's why I would think.
He's 100%. Why do pigeons fly?
Why does Mike think they're slower in a headwind?
Why do the pigeons fly lower to the ground in a headwind than in a tailwind? Because they got to cut the wind.
Mike Vanderyak's the same guy that says wind direction don't make a difference if you're winning or losing races.
Well,
I don't know.
Anyways,
Mike Green, Mike Vanderyak says this now. Mike Green, if you slow down by 10 miles an hour in a headwind, what happens to the fuel consumption? The truck will burn more fuel because the truck is pushing
in a headwind. How many times have I come from Europe and they say the flight should take 7 hours or 6.5 hours?
Wait a minute.
The
Tracy, hold on.
We hit a headwind.
Hold on. Tracy hits it on the head. Ding dong, ding dong. Cheers to Tracy. She says, have any of you ever been on a sailboat? How does a sailboat work?
It works with wind.
When there's no wind, does the boat move?
Well, they got to put the sail up a certain way. They turn the sail
to catch the wind.
Catches wind
and fires them.
And there's a special way they do it.
All I know is pigeons now, they're not flying, they're hovering.
Can you swim in the lake when you got waves in your face? In your face, you're swimming with waves in your face.
Hold on.
That means the wind is blowing in your face.
Hold on.
Or if you have waves in the back and you're swimming, the water pushes you free.
Gang one says, headwinds 100% are tougher. Take no notice, Ryan. I'm not taking notice. What I like to see is comments like this, because this gets the show going. Is it a stupid comment? Is it a pointless comment? No, because
do you remember when we were kids?
Hold on.
And we used to go up on the lake in the winter. The lake was frozen, clear frozen. We used to skate up to the northwest on the lake in a headwind. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, man, we're skating and getting up there, going a half a mile up the lake. And then we turn ourselves around and skate back. Holy jumping. We'd open our coats up with the tailwind.
Oh, when we were skating up, did we open up our coats to pull more wind? No, we didn't. Well, I didn't. Anyways, Mike Vanderyak is 100% right. Let's just give it to him.
Okay.
Mike says this. Think about the difference between airspeed and ground speed. Let me ask you a question, Mike. If I fart on the ground or I fart up in the sky in a plane, is there a difference? Is that different speeds, Mike? Anyways, I'm not sure what to say on this. I think this is what I like about the show, and this is what makes you guys. This is why when I go to look at bringing birds in to do auctions for people, I go and I look at the people and I see what they're doing and what kind of sense they have.
well, I know you went.
I
to-
know now.
You went to the Norman's Loft, and they're up way on the east side of Belgium, right? They're up along the coast, right? Is that right?
Mhm.
And Ryan said they're flying at the toughest
Corner of Belgium.
corner of Belgium. Why? Because the winds are so hard against them. And Ryan said, you watch the video. It's recorded.
Yeah.
What about moving to the other side of Belgium to fly with the easier wind?
To help
And
you.
to help you. And they said, no, we're not going there. We are winning on the hard side. That's where we want to win. We don't want to go to, and it's all about
Okay,
wind
hold
direction.
on. Brian Mansker says, if you look at any sport that has to do with drag, conflicting like cycling, race cars, airplanes, the lower the drag confidence is, the easier it cuts through the wind.
Hey,
So
listen. Watch the golf tournaments. You watch them. These big golf tournaments. They have a large golf course in Scotland there somewhere. You know the one?
hold on.
They say, "Wow, it's hard playing on this course because the winds are always this way or that way. The ball doesn't go." There's one in Scotland there.
Hold on.
Big one.
Nelson's Pigeon Loft says, okay, move on. And I think Nelson summed this up. We're gonna go with what Nelson says. Okay, move on. Some guys have less experience. Tell him to go do a YouTube educational for everyone. Great job. All right. Why do airplanes take off into the wind? Oh my God. Why?
Well, that's right too, because it lifts.
It lifts the front end.
But once he gets into that wind, he
Right.
needs that wind to get up. But he has to work in the wind.
But a plane, I'm sure, could take off without wind. What happens if there's no wind?
There's
Does
no
the plane
wind.
take off? Come on.
They got to rev the motor
But
different.
there's a reason.
I've heard planes going over here,
You know
and
what?
they're flying into the wind, and you can hear those motors, the propellers. You can hear
Listen, guys,
working in the wind.
Okay, the name is Mike Vanderyak. He's got to have his own Into the Wind series with Mike Vanderyak. Again, he's going to have his special guests with him. He's going to have a very special guest.
So
one of the four, one of the Suttons, will be on with him to discuss anything and everything you need to know about flying in and out and around the wind. And guys,
What
remember.
about Tracy? Tracy said something about
Boats. Yeah, that's
the
fine, too.
sailboats.
But it's getting off the topic of pigeoning and reminders. Reminders, guys.
I remember when Marilyn had to cross Lake Ontario,
Who's Marilyn?
and she had a hell of a time because she was swimming in a headwind. Swimming in a headwind. I remember.
Good for her.
She had a hell of a time.
She had a hell of a
but
time.
She did it.
But when they
Mar-
but there's an ocean drag.
Undertow.
I don't know. You know what? This is why at the end of this show, this is why I drink a lot. Okay, tomorrow, Red Loft gets to go out if it's not raining. We're going to have some more fun. We're waiting on Ian Sybil, the champion of 3 seasons. Is he going to come back? Is he going to dip his toe back at the Pioneer Village? Henry Ratter, he rhymes with ladder. He's got 12 to bring. If you're sitting on the fence, you're twiddling your thumbs. We're giving you some time. Get your birds here. And remember, if you have to take an airplane, a bicycle, a truck, make sure there's fuel in it. It don't matter if it's a full load, empty load, tailwinds, headwinds, up the hill or down the hill.
As a truck driver, okay? What's his name? Mike Green?
I'm trying to wrap her down now.
Yeah. If you're going to go down a hill in your truck,
Hold on.
throw it into Newfie Overdrive.
Newfie Overdrive.
And you'll get more speed.
Okay, let's talk about this quickly. Between the two beers, Ricky, which one?
I think this dark one's better.
You think the dark one's better?
100%.
So this one moves to the next round. Next week we're going to be on again. Stout Mountain. Wait, Bench Mountain Stout is going to compete against.
I think for Canadian Stout,
it beat this
think
one.
it's damn
It's
good.
better than the Irish one. What would you rate this one out of 10?
this one here is for the girlfriend. That one's for me.
All right, the stout moves on. It'll be back on next week. Hey guys, you guys have been great. Reminder to like, share, and subscribe. Pigeon Bingo tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Somebody is going to get crapped on. 2 people are going to walk away with $62.50 each. We're going to give shirts, hats, sweaters, And you know what we're even going to do? We're going to see tomorrow at Pigeon Bingo if the wind plays a difference on who gets shit on. That's Love Manager Ricky. You know who I am. I'm Ryan. Don't you all love me? We'll see you guys again tomorrow. You ready to go, Ricky? Say goodnight.
Good night, folks.
Good night, good night, good night. Bye for now.